Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on your Linux computer. Now there are several reasons why you might want to do that. Maybe you want to run your own WordPress on your local server, or maybe you don't want to pay for a web hosting plan, or maybe you just want to test and develop your website. Whatever your reasons may be, installing WordPress on Linux is super easy and fast, and I'm going to show you how to do just that. So the first thing we need to do is to update and upgrade our system. So type in sudo apt-get. After successfully update, you type in sudo apt-upgrade. This will update and upgrade our system. Once we have successfully upgraded and updated our system, the next thing to do is to download WordPress. Now, in order to download WordPress, we need to use a tool called wget. So wget is pre-installed if you are using Parrot OS or Kali Linux, but in case it is not installed in your system, you can install it by using this command. Just type in sudo apt install wget, hit enter. This will install wget for you if you don't have the tool already installed. In my case, the tool is already installed, so I don't need it. Now the next step is to download WordPress using this tool. So type in this command. Hit enter. Now this will download our WordPress for us. So the WordPress file is downloading. Okay, now that we have successfully downloaded the WordPress compressed file, type in ls. This will show us all the file in the current working directory. So you need to look for latest.tar.gz, which is the WordPress compressed file. So this is it. This is the WordPress compressed file. Now the next thing we need to do is to extract this file. Now we are going to extract this WordPress file using this command. Now the WordPress file is being extracted. So as you can see, it has been successfully extracted. Now let me clear up the terminal. So type in ls again. Now look for WordPress file. As you can see here, this is our WordPress file. So the next thing we are going to do is to move this WordPress file to the Apache web server directory. So type in this command to move the file. Hit enter. As you can see, the WordPress file has been moved to Apache web server directory. Now in order to confirm that, let's navigate to the Apache web server directory on our terminal. So type in cd/var/atmls. As you can see, the WordPress file is here. Now that we have successfully downloaded and moved our WordPress file to Apache web server directory. The next thing is to install other tools. In order to run WordPress, we need to install other tools, which is a PHP and a database for our WordPress. Now we need to install php-mysql. So type in this command to install php-mysql. As you can see here, I already have the tool installed, but in your case, this command will install the required tool for you. So the next thing to do now is to install mariadb, which is a fork of MySQL and a popular management system. So in order to install mariadb, type in this command to install it. Okay, now this will install mariadb-server and the mariadb-client for us. Okay, now that we have successfully installed PHP and mariadb, the next thing we need to do is to create a database for WordPress to store user information using mariadb. So type in sudo mariadb and hit enter. Okay, the reason why we got this error is because we haven't started our mariadb server. So in order to run this mariadb, we need to start this server. So I'm typing this command to start mariadb server. Now mariadb server is up and running, so let's try the command again. Now we need to create a database, but now let's create our database. First of all, type in this command to see all the available database. Always remember to close your statement with a semicolon, because if you didn't do that, you'll get syntax error. Now these are all the default database, but we don't need this because we are going to create our own database. So just follow all the steps that I'm going to show you. It's very, very important that you pay close attention to all the steps that I'm going to show you right now, because if you make any mistake, you're going to get a syntax error. So the first thing we need to do is to create our own database with our preferred information. Now type in create database. Type this in capital letters. Now type in the name of your database. This you can type it in small letters, so just any random. I'm going to use any random name here, but in your case, just type in the name you want your database to bear. So in my own case, I'm going to just use my site. Now it is very important to use something you can remember, because we are going to use this when filling out our WordPress PHP information. So you might want to write this down. Now after we have successfully typed in this command, the next thing we need to do is to close the statement with a semicolon. Now hit enter. As you can see, our database has been created. Now let's check. As you can see, this is the database we just created, my site. Now that we have successfully created our own database, we need to set up a username and a password for our database. So type in this command, also in capital letter, to set up our username and password for our database. Now here, input a username. You can input whatever your preferred username is. In my case, I'm going to just use admin. Type this in capital letter. Now here you're going to input your password. Make sure you use a password that you can remember, because we are going to use this password later on. I'm going to use this as my password, root, but you can choose your preferred password. Now close the statement with a semicolon. As you can see here, queried OK, which means we have successfully created a user name and a password for our database. Now we need to grant all permission to our database. In order to do that, type this command: use my site. Now we have successfully granted all permission on our site. Type in this last command to flush privilege. Type exit to exit. Well, congratulations to you if you made it this far. You have successfully created your own database. Now the next step is to configure Wordpress config.php file with all this our database information. Now in order to do that, we need to open our Apache web server directory. So type in cd/var/html hit enter. Now we need to open WordPress directory. So type in cd WordPress. Now that we are in WordPress directory, we need to copy the sample config file and rename it as wp-config.php. Now type in this command to copy the config file. We need to use our admin privilege, so just type in sudo and we are done. Now we need to edit this config file using nano text editor. So type in sudo nano wp config .php. Hit enter. Here in this DB name, now replace this with the name of your database. I used my site. Now your username, so type in your username here. I use admin. Now your password. This is the password we used when we are creating username and our password for our database. So use the password you use when we were creating the database. Now click Ctrl X Y and hit enter to save the file. Now we have successfully configured the wp-config.php file. Now I think it's time for us to test our WordPress. To do that, we need to start the Apache service. So just type in sudo systemctl start apache 2 and hit enter. Okay, now Apache server is up and running. The next thing we need to do is to navigate to our browser. Now let's test our WordPress website. So just type in http:/localhost/wordpress. So guys, as you can see here, WordPress is now up and running on our local server. We have successfully installed WordPress, and we have set up a database for our WordPress website. Now we just need to configure the WordPress. So in this site title, just input your site title, whatever your site title is. I'm just going to use our news feed. So in username, you can choose whatever username you want. So in this case, I'm going to also use admin. Now password, you can use anything for your password. So provided you can remember it, just use any password that you can remember, because once we want to log in, WordPress is going to ask us for this password. So use a password that you can remember. Now here you just input your email. So just type in your email. Now you can choose to tick this little box here to discourage search engine from indexing your site. But if you want your site to be indexed, just leave it blank. Now click install WordPress, and boom. Well, congratulations, you have successfully installed WordPress on your Linux machine. Check out the WordPress. So guys, this is it. This is how to install WordPress on your Linux computer. Of course, this is only running on our local server. Someone on the internet cannot access our website. So if you want me to make a video on how to expose our local server to the internet so that someone with our link can access our web page, then comment on this comment section below and let me know. If you like this video, please support me by liking and subscribing to my channel, because I'll be making more educational content on this channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.